Hey folks, welcome back. um, I think in the last video I basically just got a HUD to display on the cockpit view. I made the cockpit view work and I made a HUD display that didn't really do anything yet. It just showed some text. So I think in this video I'm going to see if I can make something interesting show on the HUD. So let me open up my HUD widget blueprint here. Okay. Whoops, let me dock this tab here. And first things first, let me there we go. Let's set this 800 wide, 1200 high. That looks probably, that looks a little bit big, but we'll see. And let's move this text block over and we'll call this, I think, you know what, you look at my little reference picture here. I believe that airspeed goes on the left. Yeah, airspeed on the left. Oops. And does Unreal have formatting tools here? I'm sure there's some way to tell Unreal to line these up, but I don't know what it is. I'll have to look into that offline. We'll call this one, this is going to be altitude. For now, let's just altitude, and we'll make this one speed, and then we'll duplicate this again and throw it down the bottom, and this one we'll call heading. I keep wanting to type an X for a C. Okay. So with that compiled, let me open up my F16 blueprint. And the HUD widget, we'll make this 800 by 1200 as well. And I think we want the scale to be 1 now. Well, that's clearly not right. Okay. I guess I am gonna have to scale this. Let's see what. That's close. I think 800. I don't think. I wonder if I can just do that instead of scaling. Do 1, 1, 1. No, maybe that doesn't work. I think, like I thought, it's a little too tall. Really what I want. Okay. About. Where did my heading go? Do I need to maybe move it? No. Well, let me at least see what the size looks like in the. Okay, I can see it there. Interesting. Really, I need those letters to be a little bit bigger. Okay. I don't know why that's not refreshing when I... Okay. It needs to be a little bit further up. So really, what do I got here? 800 by 900. Let me do 750, 800. There we go. Okay. So let's make these. Six. Okay, let's just go with that for now. Really, I need a different font entirely, but well, I'm not. You know what? Let me try regular. Okay, that'll work for now. So right now, my parent class is user widget, and I think there's different ways I can do this, but I think the way I'm going to handle it, because I'm assuming that this HUD, the logic behind it's going to get quite complex at some point, because there's all kinds of different modes and things like that. I think I'm going to make a class that inherits from user widget. And I'm going to call this Aspen Aircraft HUD. Apparently that's going to take forever. Okay, let me clean this up. And now if I look at my aircraft class, there's the HUD right there. We're going to change this to, what did I call it? Aircraft, Aspen Aircraft HUD, U Aspen Aircraft HUD, U Aspen Aircraft HUD. wait. That's not what I want. That needs to stay the same. What I need is a new class, a new property here. Damn it. Subclass of and what we're going to do, I think, is in the begin play, set up the ability system, set up input. Before we set all the state here of the parking brake and the lights, let's go back to my HUD real quick and add a just seal this, and actually we don't need any of that. We're gonna have a make a setter. Might as well go ahead and make a getter too. So we're going to set this property. I need to look up this function again. 1 second. Okay, I think what I want is create widget. Yeah, there we go. I think doesn't like that. View user widget. Interesting. There we go. Then I'm going to set let's see if that works. Let me compile that. Okay, I guess a widget parent has to be a player controller maybe. So okay, I had to change the name of my parameter there so it wouldn't clash with the with the member properties name. And I'm going to go ahead and recompile one last time. This should get it. Okay. Now when I fire it up, everything should be exactly the same. Should have known that was going to happen. Live coding's had a lot of problems with live coding lately. Okay, I'm going to build from Rider and then relaunch the editor. Okay, so I'm having all kinds of issues with the way I'm trying to do this. I think what I should do instead is get rid of this and get rid of all this. Again, play isn't going to work. just what I want, and then okay. So now okay. So now let me put this property in. And then theoretically, what I'll be able to do is you can, since this is inheriting from user widget, you can actually create, I know that you can create properties and have them automatically map to controls that are on the widget. So I'll have to look up how to do that. I don't remember offhand, but I know that you can. So once I see this actually work, that'll be the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this up in debug mode and see what happens. Okay, I think this is going to work. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. I need, now that I've created that class, where's my mouse cursor? There it is. Now that I've created that class, I need to come reparent this guy. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's reparented. So I should be able then to stick breakpoint right there. Yep. And now I can see there's a, well, actually it's still a null pointer. So this is obviously not working. I'm already out of scope. Come on, const. Okay, I think I have this working. I had to come and change this line to grab the first player controller, and I'm not sure if that's going to cause me a problem later, but I'm thinking it won't, because widgets will only spawn on the client, and therefore when get first player controller gets called, it should be that client's player controller. So I think that's okay, but I'll have to try to remember that I've done this in case it does cause a problem later. So now we still see the same HUD. Now it's time to see if I can hook up to the text controls that are on the widget. So I'm going to look that up real quick since I don't remember offhand how to do it. Okay, so I looked that up real quick, and I think what I need to do is view property meta equals bind widget layer. It's already AI figured it out for me, actually. And we're going to do and it has to be the exact same name. And since I was running in debug mode, I don't have Unreal open anymore, so I don't know what the exact name was. So let me launch that again real quick. Okay, so let me open up my HUD here. And let's see if we can find the speed. So airspeed underscore text block. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the underscores so that my variable names aren't ugly. Okay, there we go. Now And so in the tick, whoops. I gotta look this up. I don't remember the proper escaping. About no, it doesn't like that. Can't convert string to text. Okay, I'll try it the way logging does it. And %D. Come on. Okay. One last try. There we go. Okay. So now theoretically on every tick, if I have an aircraft object, I'm grabbing the airspeed from it and setting that text block, which should automatically set the text block on my widget, since it has the same name and it has this bind widget attribute in the U property. So let's see what happens once that compiles. Okay, let's fire this thing up and hope the live coding doesn't let me down. It probably will. No, it did not. So obviously the formatting of the number is terrible. It needs to be a whole number. But that's working. Okay. Add the other two properties there. What would the F-16 show? Sea level or ground level? I'm gonna go with sea level. Actually, I don't think I think I just want the rotation around the Y. Grab the yaw. Let's see what that gives me. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got now. Uh-oh. Altitude text block. Must have a typo. Ah. I did not know it would give you that little error. That's kind of nice, actually. And there we go. Excellent. So now I just need to figure out how to get rid of those decimal places. And I need to normalize if you notice the heading goes between, it goes 0 to 180 and then negative. And I think these really all need to be a little bit bigger. Actually, let's do see if that looks any better. There we go. Yeah, it goes from 180 to 0, and then goes from 0 to negative. Let's see. Negative 180, and then, yeah, okay. Let's fix the decimal places first. Let me look that up. Okay. So whoops. Okay, compile that. Okay, so that's compiled. Give it one more shot here. There we go. I might have to make it move a little slower. It doesn't need to update every frame. It's all blurry because of it. Okay. Alright, so that's working. I'll figure out the heading later, but that's basically, let me move this. Well, I want this one to be aligned to the right. There we go. That's pretty much perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So there's a ton more to do there, right? There needs to be like a ladder and scales, and like I said, I need to probably only update that speed every so many frames. But I'm pretty happy with that for now. So I can tell what direction I'm heading and how high I am. That's really what I wanted. So I think I'm going to stop there and figure out where I go next. So really, this HUD is going to be, I mean, it's going to be much more complicated than this, really. There's be different modes depending on, you know, what kind of weapons you got selected. Before I can even do that, I've got to get the ability to mount weapons onto hard points, and I need to get the FMS or MFDs somehow working, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to deal with that. I think if I take a look here, I can probably do some kind of magic with like invisible buttons, maybe, that you click on to click on these buttons and these buttons, but that doesn't help me with switches and dials. I don't have any way to deal with these switches and dials. the stick and the throttle can both be animated. They have bones attached to them, but as far as I know, none of these switches and dials have anything attached to them, so there's no way for me to control them without, attaching bones to the mesh here. I'll have to think about that. And again, pushing these buttons, I don't know if there's some sort of trickery I can do with an invisible button in the widget. I'll have to look into that as well. But for now, at least I can tell where I'm going and how fast I'm going there. So that's good enough for now, and I'll be along soon with the next video once I figure out what my next step is. Until then, take care.